Hi guys, it's your girl Keisha Dixon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad you guys have found my channel because on this channel, you will be coming along on a journey with me to lose weight using the medication Mounjaro. Now today has been my most requested video. If you guys are having issues with getting your prescriptions filled and you are one of the non-diabetic patients who had the original savings card, I was able to get my sister to come on and give us advice on how to maneuver getting our prescriptions filled. And if you are getting met with prior authorizations at the door when you have previously been getting your medications for $25, you may want to stay tuned for this video so that you can get some insight as to what is going on, questions that you can ask your pharmacist, and things that you can do to get those prescriptions filled. Now, although some of us are still not able to get those prescriptions filled, at the very least, you'll be able to question your pharmacist and you'll know what to ask, when to ask, and what to do if your prescriptions are not filled. So if you're interested in what my sister has to say and the conversation that we're going to be having with her educating me on what to do to get my prescription filled, stay tuned. Hi, I'm Keisha Dixon. You made it here, so go ahead and subscribe and click your notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Asking you, what do we do? Okay, what do we do? Okay, so my question is, for all the non-diabetic patients who received the original coupon and who have been on this medication for months, when we go to the pharmacies now and the pharmacy asks us if we're diabetic and we say no, but we've been taking this medication for however long, this is not a new script for us, what question should we ask the pharmacy?
You come in, you drop this prescription off, whether I'm dropping it off for you or myself. The only thing they should be asking me is the name, date of birth, and if you need to update your insurance information.
So is out of pocket for them to ask us if we're diabetic?
Correct.
I mean, they are.
You don't have to answer that either.
So do they have the right not to fill my prescription if I don't answer that?
No, they're not supposed to refuse you or turn you away.
Okay, so when I go back to fill my prescription and they ask me if I am diabetic or non-diabetic, what should my response be?
Ask them what's the purpose. And if they say because we need this information because of X, Y, and Z, ask them who protocol is that. And the main reason why I'm saying that is any information for your diagnosis that is needed, that comes from the pharmacist. Need to get on the phone and call your provider and ask your provider.
So if I say I refuse to answer that question and they say, well, then I can't fill this script for you, then what?
You file a grievance. You can file a grievance with your insurance company and also let your doctor know that they're refusing to take the prescription because really that's against the law. Unless they have something saying this is a requirement, and I will ask what's the requirement, because one, you just don't feel comfortable. That's a violation of your privacy. If they need that information, the technician is not supposed to get that information from you per se. All diagnoses come from the provider to the pharmacist.
Okay, so can I say, well, I feel like that question is a violation to my privacy. All the information should have been provided to you from my physician when the script was sent over.
Correct, because the diagnosis code should be on the prescription if a diagnosis is required for that drug. And if they don't have if the diagnosis is not on the prescription, they need to call the doctor back and get the diagnosis. Violating your privacy in a sense, because they should not be asking you that. And if any diagnosis is needed, they need to call and verify that with the provider, because you could be wrong. You could say it's for weight loss, but that's not why your doctor wrote it. Your doctor probably wrote it because you are type 2 diabetic. You don't know the truth, and they need to verify that for as patient care with the provider. They should be not asking the patient nothing.
So, okay, so this is my thing. If I'm going back and forth with the pharmacist about them violating my rights and asking me if I'm diabetic, you know, specifically, they have other people in line. People don't want people to know what their issues are. So I already feel like it's a violation to begin with to even be asking someone that. But is there something specific that I can ask them for to show me who is it that's asking you this? So if they say, okay, Eli Lily sent us a memo, can I get a copy of that?
If that is something, they can probably print that out, or it should say it online for the public.
Do they have the right to refuse to give me the medication if they have it? And I've been on this medication for 4 months and I have a savings card on file?
No. They can't refuse you. And the reason why a lot of it's happening and they're refusing it is because patients don't know their rights. Patients are aggravated and are easily won't give pushback, and you'll take what it says. To my medical background, I can trump it up so it can sound good, and you're going to take what I say for it. A little abuse of power, but in actuality, they should not be asking you your diagnosis. They should not be refusing you to fill this medication. They should not be refusing to order. All that up to that point, y'all rights are being violated. And if you don't take up for yourself, then you are your first advocate. No one should be asking you that, and y'all should not be having those conversations when you get to the pharmacy, point blank, period. That's what I'm saying.
But we are. That's what I'm saying. We are. So what do we say?
So when it happens, let me put the first scenario to you. You bring your prescription in, they type the prescription in, and the prescription comes back as you need a prior authorization. Okay, they tell you that they already sent over the prior authorization request to the doctor's office, which is, there's no form that they're sending. It's just letting the doctor know, like, hey, the drug's not covered and a prior authorization, they need to fill out the form. That's it.
Okay.
There's no form they can give you. There's no form they can fill out.
So then now I've been told every single time that I go to the pharmacy that I need a prior authorization, and I have to tell them, okay, well, I have a coupon on file. I know that my insurance is rejecting the medication. My doctor says that I don't need a prior authorization, and then they run my savings card. My savings card goes through, and I get my medicine for $25. That's been going on. But now, since they made these changes for new patients, I'm not a new patient of Mounjaro. I've been on this for 4 months. So my pharmacist told me I won't have a problem until it starts rejecting it. But for other patients who have also been on this medication for at least 4 or 5 months, what do they say now? Now that they're saying, okay, you need a prior authorization, what do they say?
So 1, you need to make sure that you tell them, hey, I have a coupon on file. 2, some of the technicians and some of the pharmacists don't know how to do the coupon. I'm gonna just be honest. They don't know how to run the coupon. It's basically each time you get the prescription, you're starting over, and be that it's a drop in patient care that they don't put the notes there, or they don't say whatever, that each time you have to remind them, because automatically, because you get a new script every month without thinking, I'm going to type that prescription and I'm going to send it, and it's going to tell me I have a prior authorization. They're not looking for your insurance. They're going to look for the last insurance, and that's that. They're not looking for coupons. They're not looking for the Mounjaro coupon. Even though the Mounjaro coupon might be on file, they're not looking for that.
Okay, so then they find it and they see that I've been getting this medicine for $25 for the last 4 months, and they continue to refuse to give it to me because now Eli Lily wants to only give it to diabetic patients. What do I say at that point?
Run the coupon. Bill it like you billed the last time. And if there's a rejection or something on screen, because the rejection will show on screen, they can print out and show you the rejection, but run the coupon. Let the coupon tell them that you can't have it, because Eli Lily is not telling them anything.
Right. So what if they refuse to run the coupon?
You should report them to, you can file a grievance. And the main reason why I say file a grievance and a complaint, because really at that point, you're going back and forth with someone who just don't want to take the time to give you the patient care. Mm-hmm. And basically what it is, you will file that with your insurance company, since that's who they're telling you need to talk to is your insurance company, and that's who they're basically blaming it on. You pretty much telling them at this point they're refusing patient care.
So I'm gonna tell them at that point, okay, so you're refusing to give me my medicine, which is forcing me to have to file a complaint and a grievance. And so that's what I tell them.
You can tell the pharmacy that all you want. You can tell the pharmacy that if you choose to, but you don't have to disclose it. But that's what you should do. Because again, they don't have the right to refuse you the coupon or whatever. Until there's something stated that's saying, when I say stated, like in black and white from the FDA, like arguing and pulling teeth, because they're going to tell you everything that they can possibly tell you to get you to go away. Right. Which sucks, but you telling them that you're going to file a complaint and a grievance may be like, okay, let me go find a counterpart or someone who can help me do my job and run this coupon, because the person you're talking to may not know how to run coupons, or have no clue, or just repeating what they heard another coworker say.
Right. So whenever they reject us, like I was saying, and they say, okay, you need prior authorization and all these other things, you don't have the right to ask me that question. After we say all of that, and at the end of the day, they still don't want to give us the medication. Do we say, okay, so at this point now I have to file a grievance because you guys are refusing to give me my medicine or to run my coupon?
Yes, that's still a lack of patient care, and someone needs to intervene and stop that, because the next person behind you can be on Mounjaro and it's going the same thing. That pharmacy needs to be flagged. While you're talking to whoever and they're refusing, look at the names, who you're talking to, so you can add those names to those reports. Because when you file that grievance with those insurance companies is going to call CVS. They're going to call Walmart. They're going to investigate. They're going to look at those names. Doctor such and such pharmacist told this patient and you refuse. Like, why? Who told you that? Because they might not want to print the laws and regulations for the patient, but when the insurance company, the person who you sign a contract with, gets in, if they don't print it for you, they got to print it for them, because you're lying, you're falsifying. Why are you telling this? Because that can be a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit for you not getting your medicine, whether you weight loss, diabetic. Being weight loss, detrimental to your health. Being a diabetic, detrimental to your health. You have some pharmacists who really feel that pharmacy is their house, their baby. They don't want to order too many drugs. They don't want to they don't want to get paid any less, because the coupon and the manufacturer, they only make so much money. Not getting that much money, which would be the moms and pops. So it's a lot of personal stuff, but they should not be refusing anybody any medication or refusing to take no coupon.
Let me ask you this. Do they have the right to not process a coupon that we have been getting processed for since August? Can they say we no longer take that coupon if it expires 12 of 23?
Unless there's something in the fine print that tells them that. And that really would be like you having a coupon, like it's good for one refill, or even though it doesn't expired. Like but it would be something in the fine print on the coupon that will tell
there
them.
isn't anything. There isn't anything.
Well, they don't do the price. They don't fix the price. The computer's going to automatically generate. And if they do run the coupon, run your insurance, or run a coupon, and it pays a little bit more or whatever, just to verify, then they should get on the phone and they should call the manufacturer or the help desk of the coupon.
The benefits manager for Mounjaro.
Correct.
Okay. So you're saying, okay. So let me just sum it up because I know it's a lot of information. So correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that when we go to the pharmacy and they ask us if we're diabetic or not, we should point out to them that that's a violation of my patient information for you to be asking me that. It's a violation. So we can decide whether or not we want to answer it or not. And then if they are saying this medication requires a prior authorization, can we ask them for a printout saying that instead of just taking their word for it?
Yeah. Some pharmacies are nice and will turn the screen around. If they have like a swivel screen, we'll turn the screen around and be like, see, it says prior authorization.
Okay, if they can't turn the screen, can we get a printout?
They can probably print screen it.
Okay.
And
show
you that.
Okay, so then when they say we need a prior authorization, okay. So and I say, okay, well, I've been taking this medication for 4 months and my coupon card has been processed since August. Can you run the card and can you run my savings card? And they say no. Then I question them, why can't you run it? I've been getting this medication for all of this time. What's changed now? They say, oh, well, Eli Lily no longer wants to give such and such coupon to patients that are diabetic. Well, I haven't been, so I can say, well, I've been taking this medication since August and it haven't been no problems, and that does not apply to me. It applies to new patients. Can you run my savings card? And they say no. Then I say, okay, so at this point, you're going to force me to file a grievance toward, let's just say, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Walmart, all the mom and pops. You're forcing me to file a grievance because now at this point, you're refusing me medication and you don't have the right to do that.
Correct.
So who do I file my grievance with? Do I file it with that pharmacy manager or who do I file my grievance with?
Insurance company. And the main reason why you're doing it with your insurance company, because at this point, they told you need a prior authorization. The grievance department, that's what it's there for patient complaints.
So what is my grievance? My grievance is that I have a coupon that Eli Lilly offered me for $25 that they're not honoring. They're wanting my insurance company to pay for it at this point, or for me to pay for it. But I have entered in a contract with them 4 months ago, and I've been getting my medication for $25. Now all of a sudden they no longer want to give me my medication for $25 because now they no longer want to give it to non-diabetic patients.
You'll tell them that, and basically they're refusing. Basically, the whole point is they're refusing you your medication.
Okay, so what does filing a grievance do at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, it puts on radar that that particular pharmacy is basically not doing their job. That's putting you in jeopardy. It's breaking the contract that they have with your insurance company, saying that you're going to go over and beyond to take care of the patient. And they're going to investigate everything that was told to you. So they'll find out if the manufacturer said that. They'll find out if corporate said that. They'll find out if it's true. And if it's not true, that complaint will go up and it'll be consequences. It'll be fines that are paid. But all that extra stuff that's coming from pharmacies, none of those conversations should be had. Coupons should be ran. And there's too much help that the pharmacists and stuff have to where they can get those coupons ran.
Okay. All right. So that's what we needed to know. And thank you so much for taking time out to speak with us and educating us. I'm sure this will not be the last time that we will be calling you.
for help with this, because like I said, we still have some of us that are that have had this coupon for some time now. A lot of us are still getting our medications, but every day it's getting harder for a lot of us to fill our scripts, even with the original coupon. So I just wanted to give my viewers and people who are taking Mounjaro some type of avenue or some type of idea of questions that they can ask and things that they can do in the interim while they're waiting to get their medications filled, or while they're choosing to be on something else until Mounjaro gets the medication that is specifically for weight loss. I didn't want to just stand by and let them somewhat bully us into not getting this medication. I kind of wanted to give them some type of leg to stand on, or some type of leverage to take with them when they go try to fight for their prescriptions. So I appreciate your time, sister. Thank you so much. I learned so much today, and we'll call you back, ciao.
Okay, guys, I know that was a lot of information. Some of it may or may not be confusing, but at the very least, I hope it gives you some insights on what to do and what questions to ask if you are met with prior authorizations when you go to pick up your prescriptions. Now, keep in mind, Eli Lilly is making updates every single day. Changes are being made every single day. So things are changing rapidly with this company. But just know that they are in the making of getting clinical testing done on a version of Mounjaro for weight loss. So we're praying and asking that God makes this a speedy and safe process so that we can all put this confusion to bed and to rest, and we can all move forward in our lives. However, if you are met with prior authorizations, or if your pharmacist is not willing to fill your script, guys, keep in mind there are other medications that we can use for weight loss, like Ozempic, which my insurance does cover, and Wegovy. Do not let this be a hindrance in your weight loss. Do not let this stop you. It's just a little minor bump in the road. Stay focused, guys, and stay on your road to healthy weight loss. I hope I have helped someone today with this information. So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys for now, but I'm definitely going to see you in my next video. Good night. Hi, I'm Keisha Dixon. I'm a lifestyle influencer, and I'm glad you found my channel. I post weekly videos, so make sure to hit your notification bells so you don't miss any of those future uploads.